Oh, baby, let's put our masks on.
Welcome to the FGC podcast. I'm Turk,
This is Slug!
and we got the energy today.
Oh, yeah. We got lots of energy because we're talking about food, baby. We're
We're
finally
talking
doing a
about
review.
food.
It's almost, I bet it almost has been a year since we actually Fat Guy certified something.
I think it's been a year as well. Yeah, I would say definitely a year. I mean, I've done some like reviews on Instagram and stuff, but
Oh, yeah.
we haven't done a breakdown like we normally do in a long while. But first, I need to ask you a couple questions.
Ask away.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Body's just doing what it wants, and I try to tell the body I'm in charge, and it looks at me like that skinny little Somali guy from the Captain Hanks movie and says, "I'm the captain now." So I'm trying to take control back of my pirate ship known as my body, but it's doing all right. Eating what I want, not eating as much as what I want. I haven't had anything good in a while. So I am excited today to go back to the old stomping grounds of Edinburgh. I'm going to hit up John's Wildwoods, which is the worst pizza in town, no matter what those idiots think, but it is good reheated. But they have the best ranch in the business. They have the best chicken bacon ranch sub that I will fight any person, demon, or entity if they try to challenge that. You get a John's chicken bacon ranch sub, add grilled onions, hold the lettuce and tomato, and you are in for a fatty, cheesy, grilled, chickeny, salty, savory, chewy, delicious, soft mess in your mouth.
Yeah,
And I'm
I have a
probably going to hit
tasted
up with a
version
pound
to
of
it.
fries because when you mix that cattleman's gold, which they call honey mustard, and you dip that in the ranch, oh man, that's a creamy, spicy combination in your mouth. And then I'm going to wash it all down with a little D-Sup. I'm going to go to Dairy Supreme. I haven't had ice cream in quite some time. Haven't had Dairy Supreme in probably almost 3 years. So it's going to be a nice little Sunday.
That sounds like a grand old time, sir. You know, things aren't so hot here in the Davidson Stefanelli household. We
Is the heat wave?
well, the things are real hot here. Yeah. Today it's starting to slow down and get a little colder. It's like 69 degrees outside. But this is the first time in my life that when I've looked at the weather, normally they say like, oh, chance of thunderstorms or chance of lightning or it's cloudy. You know what we got today and we've had for the last couple days? Smoke. It literally is a smoke symbol. It's just smoke. There's like a 13,000 acre fire a couple hours from here, and all the smoke's just blowing on through.
Wow. West Coast
Yeah,
problems. I'm sorry to hear that.
it's wild. It's wild. So like the last couple of days, it's been like in the 90s, and then we've had like this smoke warning. It's a different world, but that's not why things are volatile in this house. We have a division.
Oh, no.
Last night, I was in here playing a little Splitgate, and I looked. I hear Ryan, come here. I get up and I come, and our Mister Kylo nicked Gabtron's finger when she was moving a bone away,
Oh.
and the best friends, the two closest peas in a pod, are currently in a tiff.
They're fighting. Oh, no. This is Civil War all over again.
Yeah, I've never seen Gabtron so mad, and I've done a lot of dumb things and said a lot of dumb things that have upset her.
Wow. So she's mad at her one and only, her true, her forever love. She's mad at Kylo.
Yeah, we've been working
Mhm.
on it. Things she fed him some peanut butter this morning, so I feel like she's on the mend. But I have never seen her so mad. And I looked at Kylo and I was like, you know, the big reason why you're still here and in our lives is because she loves you so much. So you better watch it. You better watch it because if she flips on my side, you're gone. You're
Yeah.
gone, so. But yeah, so we're currently dealing with that in Casa de la Turk, and it's pretty funny. Um, it's funny as an outside observer. I'm sure it's not funny for either of them. because he had to sit in timeout on all last night, deservedly, and her finger
Yeah.
hurts because he nipped her and drew some blood. Yeah, so
The rat dogs, listen, they got to learn. I mean, just grab by the neck and hold him down. Like, yeah, you can't
yeah.
do shit.
Well, I think what it really comes down to is that I just because she can like go up to him and like grab his food and like she can do
Mhm.
whatever she wants to him, and I just think uh
She pushed the boundaries too much.
yeah, yeah.
She came in. I mean,
Pepe,
I agree. I like those dog trainers. That are like, no, big dogs, they don't ever growl at me when I take your food because you listen to me. But then little dogs, who cares? But at the same time, you've been training them. You got to learn today. It's time to put.
yeah.
I go
I
back and forth. They're animals. I love them to death. I'm not all about cruelty, but I'm not going to respect an animal more than I respect a kid. You bite me, I'm kicking you.
Thank you, Pepe, for the fix there. Appreciate you stopping by. Um, I I've always said Casadela. I don't know why. I have no clue. I think it just flows better. Casadela Turk.
It does.
From a ignorant non-Spanish speaking.
Listen,
Uh,
we can understand that we're wrong just because we're not Spanish. We don't have that natural tongue. We're gonna sound stupid, and that's our prerogative to sound stupid.
that's true. I do get paid to sound stupid.
I said
Um,
"our" the other day, so Pittsburgh, it literally made Hannah turn her head while driving. I was like, "We only been on the road about an hour," and she's like, "Wow." I
an
was like, "Yeah,
air.
when I'm tired or lazy, it just comes out."
Yeah.
You
So,
pronounce that like Haaah.
an air. Sounds like you got a little Pittsburghese going on in there. So first off, we're gonna jump into a review today. We're gonna review. That's gonna be the main focus of this episode. We're gonna break things down. We've got some photos. We've got some commentary. But first off, I want to just let you all know that this episode is sponsored by FGCertified.com.
Yeah.
Um, it's our merch store. You go there, go buy some merch. And when you buy some merch, you get a shout out. And I just want to thank Brian Ringle for your shirt purchase. Appreciate you. Love it. I am working on a nice little upgrade and surprise that's going to go in that store there fairly soon. Actually, I don't want to say fairly soon because I don't know the time frame. And I don't want to overpromise. So we're going to underpromise and overdeliver. There is stuff going into the store. I just don't know when. Some new stuff that doesn't have our faces on it since people might not want to rock stuff with your ugly mug on it because mine's pretty, you know.
Hey, it's all right. You definitely look better than me in our little caricatures, hands down.
So this episode sponsored by FGCertified.com. Go buy some merch. I appreciate you saying that I look better than you. I disagree, but whatever. So we talked about this 2 weeks ago when we did the pod. We spent some time together. We went to different restaurants. We did a food challenge. We failed miserably at.
Terrible.
We talked about that in the last episode. But what we did get together and do was we got to go in the middle of fucking nowhere and go to a restaurant, bar, grill called the Fat Boy Saloon. It's in Conneautville, Pennsylvania, which is like right on the border of Ohio, PA. I'm pretty sure. Like
it's close.
I feel like you keep wandering in one direction, you're gonna end up either in a lake.
Yeah.
Or
I'd say
Ohio.
we're probably 15 minutes. If you get a straight shot and you're going, you could be anywhere 15, 20 minutes away from Ohio, if not closer. We drive through Conneautville a lot when we head out towards Lyndhurst and Madison.
Okay. So, middle of nowhere, PA. We
There
just
was
went
nothing.
on a
We turned a road.
we're on a dirt road. Not really, but for like flavor, we went on a dirt road. Made a couple turns, you know, it was a fun time. And then we roll up to this shack. Just kidding, it's not shack. It's a really nice.
I mean, it's nice, but it's so big, but it's not fancy. It's got a nice big concrete like patio that you walk up into, so it's pretty accessible. But it just looks like that standard warehouse front.
It
There's
honestly
no
looked
bells and whistles.
like a bigger double wide trailer.
Yeah.
From the front. Like if you see a double wide trailer, it looked like that from the front with like a cement patio in the front. And then it had like a giant like screened patio on the side.
Yeah, which is almost double the. That was probably almost the exact same size of the establishment itself. Like the
Yeah,
inside bar was probably just as big as the giant outside screened in patio. And I love when I go to a place and the tables and chairs are not uniform. You got some fold up plastic, some wooden like wooden fold ups. You got some picnic tables. You got
you
some
got
red
some
chairs, some black chairs. I love it. Round tables. I was in heaven.
wicker tables. It's all random.
Exactly.
And so the bar environment definitely gave you the vibe that this was a motorcycle bar. I mean, it had Fat Boy Saloon. A Fat Boy is a type of Harley Davidson. Um, it had all different kinds of beer signs and everything. And then the first thing we see when we walk in, and I should have got a photo of it, but I didn't, is
Yeah.
a ruled sign. And so apparently, this place, you get some tumbling because the number one rule is no fighting.
I love
Uh,
it.
and then there's just a long series of rules about like no fighting, don't like watch yourself. I think there was something about like colors, so like I don't know if there's like rival biker gangs or
Yeah,
like
I feel like you're right. I thought there was something about like not. Yeah, I don't want to say like no patch or color, but they did say watch yourself. Don't get rowdy. If you're drunk, you're drunk. You're out. They advertise being biker friendly.
yeah, so like it was cool, and there's a bunch of people there, and so our first goal was to find where we wanted to sit, like what was going to be the most comfortable, because one of the things that we look at when we review places is we're looking at comfortability for fat people too, and this place had tons of space. I don't know what it looks like on like a wing night or anything like that, but when we went there for lunch, there was people around the bar. There was like one person sitting at like the area, like the regular seating, and then we went out on the patio. There was a family in the corner, and then just tons of space. So we chose the patio because it had the most wiggle room, the most space. There's a really long table. It had like good sized chairs and stuff. So that's where we pulled up.
Hmm.
And you settled in, and I ran to the bathroom. So I ran to the bathroom. I got stopped twice, complimenting me on my tattoos. So I'm already vibing with the patrons of Fat Boy Saloon. They're asking me where I got my work done and like how much was it and like all this stuff. It was pretty cool. They were like, it's super, super nice. And I was like, thank you. You know, I know a guy, I know a couple guys. They're pretty good at what they do. It's sweet. So that was pretty cool. I got fucking riled up there because people were
Talking
complimenting
about
my tattoo work. So then as I'm coming out of the bathroom, the waitress goes, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Oh, abrasive." I was like, "Water and icy mango." She's like, "You got it. You get the last one." I was like, "I'm gonna kiss you on the mouth." I love it. I didn't actually say that, but uh, so then we went back to the table,
you came back out to the table.
um, and we looked at the menu. And I've got some photos here. I'm gonna pull up. This is the front of the establishment with our boy Slug in front of it.
I feel like you
Uh,
picked the one where I was running away because the guy was coming out. I was trying to pose cool, but I see the doors opening, so I think you got me mid-action shot
oh,
where I
there
was
we go. There's a
blocking the
better
door.
one. There's a better one. There's you flexing.
There we go. That's a better flex.
There's
You
you
might think like,
flexing.
no, he's just having a handicap spasm, but that's my flex. Get fucked.
There's there's the flex. And then we pulled up to just like one of those like banquet tables, you know, that just had some random ass metal chairs. There's
Mhm.
a picture of their menu. Um, like I said, they are a biker friendly bar. They got it all over the place. And there's my water, and there's my 95 calorie summer beer, the icy light mango.
Also, I
If they
gotta say,
want to
I love.
sponsor us, I'll pay
Oh,
them to
we'll take
sponsor
it.
us. You know.
Their motto is out in the middle of nowhere, but close enough to everywhere. It's cute. I like it a lot.
So then we pulled up the menu, and there was everything. This is one of those places that
Hmm.
literally had everything. It's a smorgasbord. So like whoever's out in the back cooking, you know what I mean, in the kitchen, literally like has 1,000 different menu options and has to be prepared to drop and cook anything at any moment because there's pizza, there's burgers, There's all kinds of different fried food. There's wings. There's sandwiches. There's subs. Like
Salads
it's
and wedges, and they got a breakfast menu, and they do the breakfast menu right because they only got a griddle because they only do eggs, French toast. They don't have any fancy cooking thing. They got eggs and French toast. They might have some grits, so they cook up all kinds of food all day long.
And so when we're there, what we like to do is we like to go hard. We go hard in the paint. So
Yeah,
we ordered a little bit of everything. We
and our
ordered,
waitress was great.
and she was fantastic. And she just sat there and she just dealt with us. We kind of gave her a rundown on what we were doing. So she was like, these two fat fucks, what are they doing? They're making my day miserable. We let her know
Yeah,
that,
it's like
like,
two
this is what
o'clock
we
on a
do.
Thursday or Wednesday. These dudes roll in and just take over my whole day. I was gonna have an easy day.
Yeah. So we let her know that, like, it was going to be a long process. We didn't expect everything at once and, like, they could take their time and stuff like that. We're not scumbags. Okay.
Right.
We're not scumbags. So what we did is we ordered everything. One of the first things that we ordered was a fried appetizer mix. This thing had boneless wings in it. It had pizza logs, mozzarella sticks, breaded cauliflower, breaded mushrooms, and
And my favorite was that cheddar broccoli bite, which tasted like a deep fried bite of cheddar broccoli soup.
yeah. And that's what this guy is right here. You can see it there in the photo. It is got so these
Oh, and the
right
pizza
here.
log.
These right here. What do you remember? What flavor wing? These were the honey ones, right?
I think those are honey lemon pepper.
Yeah, this was honey lemon pepper wings. This guy right here is the pizza log. Right, this little nugget shaped thing, like the McDonald's boot, that's the broccoli cheddar bite. That it literally tasted like when you bit into it, like broccoli and cheese. There's those nasty ass mushrooms. There's my cauliflower. There's some mozzarella sticks.
I'm not
And
even gonna say for 14 and a quarter, it was good because there was so much to that. Like you
yeah,
got to try everything. There was three different fried vegetables, cheese sticks, jalapeno poppers, chicken tender, or I mean, the chicken bites, and two pizza logs. That was so much food that would have filled up one human being, or the whole table could really just get a good amount of flavor and samples and variety. So usually, I hate a sampler because it's like, well, you get French fries and chicken tenders, and you might get a cheese stick, and that's a weak ass variety pack. Not here. The Fat Boy sampler was banging.
it was very, very, very good. And they give you a ranch and a blue cheese or like a sauce of your
Mm-hmm,
choice
mm-hmm,
to dip everything in. We got ranch and blue cheese, I think, because I'm a blue cheese guy. You're a
yeah.
ranch guy, so
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty good. So then, what we did is uh we also ordered
We did work.
um hmm?
We did work.
Yeah, we did work. So we ordered 50 wings.
I think it was close to that. I think it was close to 50 wings. It may have been 40.
Maybe 30, 35, 40 around that window, but we wanted to try just a number of sauces. And it was wing night. So I wing day.
Yeah.
So like every wing there was, I think, like 50 cents or something like that. So it was, I guess, a deal for wing nights this day and age. And
Right.
the sauces that while I play this, I'm gonna try to guess the sauces, and Slug will.
And I would try to. They had so many sauces, and we didn't write them down because we were all sticky and saucy and just having a good time.
But we tried a standard buffalo. Ooh, I got a slow mo on this bad boy.
Ooh,
Hell yeah! Let me do 1080p quality. That was shit
they look
quality.
good though. I'm liking all of them.
Look at that. Right there that's the yeah. So we
I
had
think
like
that's Noel's finest. That brown one is the honey A1. Then there was the boom boom sauce. That second to last one is the Cattleman's because we had to get the Cattleman's Gold. When I see it on the menu, I always want it.
yeah. So this one right here is the honey A1. This is A1 and honey sauce. That one is the Is that what one was that?
One of those red ones is the Noel's Finest, which after breaking it down with my delicate palate, I believe it was like a chili base because it tastes like if you threw some
Oh,
beans
yeah,
in there,
yeah, yeah.
it'd been a great chili. Tastes like it had some cumin, maybe a little chili powder, just some weird, delicious spices that really worked.
This one's actually the honey A1. This one was the Sheets Boom Boom sauce. It was like it's like a creamy like Parmesan.
Yeah, what did we look it up? It was like a weird mayo base when we had to Google
Yeah.
what the hell is in a boom boom sauce because it was tasty, but it was unique. And it was like a weird spicy mayo.
And then those I think were just like a dried Cajun, like very, very, very,
Yeah.
very
After the Cattleman, we did have some dry Cajuns at the end. So we had like a bunch of wets, but we had one
good.
dry.
These
And the
ones are
Cajun
the
not bad.
cattlemen right there. Very good quality wings. They were juicy. They weren't undercooked. They weren't super overcooked where like the meat was
Yeah.
like dried out. They were
I think the
juicy.
best. Yeah.
Tons of sauce. Just overall just good flavor. If I had to rank them from what I remember, I liked the honey A1 a lot. The Cattleman's was probably number one. That's just a great wing sauce, I think.
It's good. It doesn't get enough respect. Doesn't get enough respect.
I didn't like the chili all that much. And then I really, really liked the Boom Boom sauce. Like it ended up being pretty good. Did you have a favorite?
I do. I think that my favorite was between. Now it's interesting. I would have loved to have the honey lemon pepper on an actual wing instead of the boneless because that was
Boneless.
a good flavor from before. But out of the traditional wings we got, I think I'd probably go Noel's was probably my favorite. I think the least favorite for me was the honey A1. Not a big A1 guy, so having steak sauce on chicken plus the honeyness, it was unique, but it just wasn't hitting for me. It was not tickling the taste buds the way I wanted it to. Surprisingly enough, I really like the Cajun. I'm usually not a dry guy. I hate being sticky, so I don't often like a lot of wet sauces, but I do prefer them. So I don't like to get them on a traditional wing because I don't want to get messy, but flavor wise, they are my favorite. But I was surprised at how much I really did dig that dry Cajun rub. And I think the Boom Boom was like probably my top three. I think Boom Boom may have been my second. I want to say, Cattleman's is always one of my favorite, but I can't give it to them because I can get that at Walmart if I'm lucky. I can order it off of Amazon. I like to try to get the house made sauces. That's why I like that we had one of those. May have even been a funky stuff. I don't remember if one of
Oh,
those traditional at the beginning was the funky stuff because we like to try the goofy things, the things that only you can get at that restaurant. So I really did dig the chili on the Noel's Secret.
Boom Boom sauce is from Sheets. And what it is it's yum yum sauce. So
It's like a knockoff.
it's like soybean oil, egg, pepper, garlic, chili. Like it's like a traditional yum yum sauce. I just
Hmm.
googled it, hence why it looked like I had a golden aura around my face. And so then after the wings, well, actually, I think we did the wings as like the main course. So these are a little out of order. But a couple of years ago, Slug went on Slug's pizza tour. So anywhere we go, Slug's got to get some pizza. So here is a video
Especially
of a cheese pool attempt.
bar pizza is near and dear to me because sometimes bar pizza is great, sometimes bar pizza is trash. So I do like to try the bar pizzas when I see them. That was a good and for a bar pizza, that was a good pull. That was a good pull. Oh yeah, look at them teeth. Look at me just swallow it whole like an
I'm
alligator taking it down.
gonna play the audio on this. Hopefully, I don't say anything inappropriate. Man, it didn't seem that loud when we were there, but that was a very loud video. Um, what were your thoughts on the pizza?
So the pizza was actually for a bar pizza quite nice. It was that standard dough that they probably buy pre-made. The sauce wasn't bad. My only thing was the sauce was too much. It was a good flavor, but damn, there may have been a whole cup of sauce on that little small pizza we had. So every bite it was oozing out. It was good quality cheese. It was a good mix of the mozzarella, so it stretched, it was salty, it was soft, it melted. I do not like when they have that much sauce. As much as I'm a sauce guy, if you're gonna have that much sauce, you need to balance it out with just as much cheese. So it was a sauce forward pizza. It did not taste frozen, so that's good. I'm not saying it wasn't frozen at some parts. Like, the crust may have been frozen, but everyone's been to a drive-through theater or a movie theater in general when they're like, yeah, we have pizza at the movies. Like, who the hell is gonna get a pizza at a movies? Those are the shitty, nasty frozen pizzas. That was not this. This did have a better flavor. I almost feel like it was a buttermilk crust, had a little extra tang in it. But for the price, you could not beat it.
Yeah, it was like what, like $2?
It was, yeah, I think it was definitely less than 5. I can pull that up right now. I got the menu open.
While you look up the price for that,
It was a 7. It wasn't a 5. It was a 7-inch pizza for $6.
$6, $6 pizza. That's not bad.
Yeah.
So, what I consider, I think, a standout to me and like a surprise, like what I was not anticipating, was we got a cheeseburger. They just had random burgers. There wasn't like a highlight of their menu. It wasn't a focus of their menu. But I was like, we got to try a cheeseburger. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so we got a bacon. We just got their single small ass cheeseburger with
$5 quarter pound cheeseburger.
with fried onions and the works. We got it with everything. So it had lettuce, tomato. We added fried onions and bacon. And it was phenomenal. Like it was just like you could taste the mallet, like the caramelized onions, the burnt crispies of the burger patty. Like you could tell, like they squished it on the flat top and seared it. Here is a little bit of a video I took of the burger. You could see the juices dripping out of it, like the tomato. I don't normally traditionally like tomato on a burger. However, there is nothing better than whenever the sweetness of a tomato mingles with the salty savoriness of a burger patty. If it's done right and it's cut thin and it's juicy, it literally just has like this reaction in your mouth that's just phenomenal. And this burger had it.
Yeah.
I have a static shot of the burger too. You can see here it's just like a thin burger patty. I don't know if it's pre-portioned or what, but like you can tell, like you can see like the little brown crispies of like where they sear it on there. These fried onions were phenomenal. Pretty thick cut bacon for a burger.
Yeah. It's not like a canned process. Like I've had that nasty bacon that's always like microwave bacon on burgers. This was good. It curled. It was crispy and thick. This is some of the best bacon I've had on a burger.
Yeah. And then I think the last thing we got was just some fries. So like our real main course was wings because it was wings night, and then we got like some sides. And the fries, I don't have a photo of them. They were just your homemade like steak fry. They were pretty good. I dipped them in like all the sauces, all the wing sauces and stuff, and just ate them. They were good. I'm a big potato guy. Slug's not. So,
They were still good though because they were hand cut. They weren't frozen French fries. They were hand cut French fries, and I could deal with hand cut French fries.
yeah. So when we do a review of a place, we break them down into 5 categories. And we give it a 0 out of 5 for each. And then I kind of do like a Likert scale and like combine, and we give it enough. But so the first thing, and we've talked a lot about it, and we'll go through and we'll break things down more, is the food quality. When we looked at all of the food, we tried all the different things. We had a variety of the menu: fried food, cooked food, baked food. Like, I think we did our best to kind of get a little variation of everything that they offer. We probably could have gotten a sandwich, but I think at that point,
more I'm looking at it, I wish we would have got a sandwich. We had some good looking sandwiches too. We were just running out of food, and we still had to go somewhere else that night. We still had to do a second review later, which we'll get to at a future podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were running out of space in our big old bellies.
Yeah. But there was not one thing that I had that I didn't like. So I am comfortable in saying that it was bar food, it was greasy food, but there wasn't a bad thing that we were given. I would give it like I would give it, I don't want to say 5 stars because I feel like 5 stars is like mind blowing
Absolutely.
food.
And I
But
don't remember, do we do halves? It's been a year. Do we do half stars or do we keep it
we
whole?
could give it a 4.5. I'm okay
I
with
wouldn't
it.
even go that. I would say between a 3.5 and a 4, because I'll call a spade a spade. Okay, it was great bar food. Now, great bar food doesn't mean it's a 5-star meal, but it was great bar food. I didn't dislike anything, just like you said. We like Willie's. Willie got good wings back in Edinburgh. Willie's Pizza. I would throw it in the trash. I would pay to buy every pizza they have in stock just to throw it away. It's that bad. Their salads not good. Okay. But the burger we had here at Fat Boys was great. That pizza was good. The fried foods are great. The wings are the best part of the meal. Some of the best wings I've had in town. So
We're gonna give
I
it a
am
4.
okay with going for a 3.5 to a 4.
We'll do 4. We'll settle on a 4. As we're
4.
talking about, I think it's a 4. So then we move into our next category. And we didn't really talk so much. Well, we did. The next category is aesthetic. The vibe here was a welcoming vibe. We came in normally just because we're two big dudes. One of us is in a wheelchair. We get a lot of looks, we get a lot of eyes, we get a lot of attention. When we rolled in, I think we got that initial like, hey, and then everyone just went back to whatever the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
It aesthetically, there's not a fucking super view, you know what I mean? Like, we're not like, the vibe isn't trying to be like some fine dining place. This is a biker bar with biker people, and I think that it did well, and I think that fit its vibe. It was a little cluttered in like
right
to
when you
get to
walked
the
in.
patio area, but the patio aesthetic I think was fantastic. You're surrounded by trees. You got like some like good foliage, bright green scenery. The patio was all screened in, so you're not gonna get bugs and shit flying at you or at your food or anything like that. I think it was a good vibe. I think that like if you have a family, and I don't know what the vibe's going to be like on a Friday night. You know what I mean? Like it might be a drastically different experience than what we felt when we were there. Because like maybe when there's more bikers there or when there's more people there and it's a little bit rowdier of a crowd because it's a weekend crowd. But I would probably give the aesthetic like a 3-4 star as well. I mean, again, it's not mind blowing or anything like that, but it was comfortable. The people were friendly.
Absolutely. I would
Um,
definitely go 3.5.
you know,
Because it's exactly what it meant to do. Okay, there was nothing stand out. Now, when we talk about what else we reviewed that same day, that aesthetic's going to be a 5 because that was off the chart because they
yeah.
knew what they were going for and that worked. This was a bar that serves food all day. All right, starting at breakfast and going up until midnight. And you can bring your family during the day and they serve food all night, but you're not bringing your kids to a bar at midnight. So it's not trying to be fancy. It was a
Yeah.
little cluttered, the mixed up seats. Again, it's not like that's what they were going for. So I don't think they have anything they're going for. They got wood panel walls. So it's a standard out in the middle of nowhere bar. It did what it needed to do. So I'm going to give it above average, but I'm not giving it anything like shout out to the rooftops. They crushed it. So I think 3.5 is perfect for their aesthetic.
All right. So food quality, we're going 4 star.
4-star. Yep.
Aesthetic, we're going 3.5. Now, I think the gold star achievement here is the customer service. Our waitress hit a home run every minute.
Yeah.
She was super nice. She was friendly. She was informative. She knew the menu. She didn't let us run out of water. She kept checking back in. We were all the way on the polar opposite side of the space. It could have been very easy for her to forget about us and just drop off the food and then not have come back. But she checked back in frequently, asked us if there are any questions. Like I think she was fantastic. She dealt with all our questions. Um, I'm that guy that when we get there and I'm reviewing, I'm asking the dumb, annoying questions. I'm that annoying guy that like asks everything about the menu. What do you like? What's your favorite? If you had to
Absolutely.
choose, like all that kind of stuff. And she handled it all very well. And if she didn't have a question, she's like, I don't know, I'll go ask. And we're like, nah, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I wish I could remember her name. Um, I wrote it down, I thought, but I can't find my notes on it. Um, she was an absolute gem. And I would give customer service 5 star because of that one
It's all
experience.
no doubt about it. It's going to be five because not only was she great for everything you said, but they even said that they do custom wing orders. Whatever you want, if you want an extra flavor that they don't have, they will make it for you. Any place that has like 25 wing flavors, and then on top of that says, but we'll mix it up. She said people are like, I really want horseradish in my ranch. So they'll add horseradish to the ranch. I want to combine 2.5 sauces. They'll do that. So I think that any place that's willing to take the customers' opinions and their tastes into consideration and give them exactly what they want is great. Plus, like you said, she had to walk through the whole bar and then the other side of the patio to get to us. She checked on us all the time. She put up with us like a peach, and she had feedback. We asked her questions. She asked us questions. We kind of found the menu. We ordered everything. She kind of curated the meal for us a little bit. And so, without a doubt, 5 out of 5.
And now the
And she's
air,
easy on the eyes. We're not going to be misogynistic pigs, but she was adorable and cute to look at.
she was very cute, nice middle aged lady. She's very, very nice. And so then our next category is accessibility. And I'll let you lead the conversation on this one.
Okay, I shall lead the conversation. I think accessibility is all over the place. I went to a fantastic place this weekend in Columbus. It was really nice. It was great food. It was wide and open. It was all downstairs. So there was no way for me to get through the front door. I had to run in the rain around to come in through the back door, which we'll get to that in another time on another platform about how I feel about that. But again, once I was in, it was great. When you come in through the front door, there's nice parking. It is a little gravelly, but it's not a paved concrete driveway and parking lot, but it is hard packed dirt slash like rock and gravel. So if it's loose gravel, I'll sink, but this is the hard stuff. So a little bumpy, but lots of accessible parking and a lot of upfront close parking. So they have 2 or 3 spots right at the front door for you to get in if you're in a wheelchair or you have mobility issues. Nice, big, easy concrete, flat, dried off, dirt, like dusted off ramp to get up into it. Like, and you saw where I was flexing. Now, when you do come right through the front door, it is tight because it's right up against the bar. So you got to come in and maneuver right away, but that's all right for some people. They also have an accessible entrance to go straight to the patio. That's where it opens up. Inside the bar was a little tight, but tables could be moved. They weren't bolted down. There were no booths. So when it comes to accessibility and fat guy accessibility, no booths is a plus. When you get outside, that's where it earns its 5 stars for me. I would say it's a 5 star accessibility because it's open. To be in the middle of an area like that, I always want to stop at a little hole in the wall bar or a grill or anything that's just out in the middle of nowhere. But I'm always afraid those are the places that will not be accessible because why would they need to be accessible? Why do you need wide doors? Why do you need flat entrances? Why do you need ramps? But this place took it all into consideration. And it looks like it's all flat grass as well because they had a pavilion set up and it looks like they do some barbecuing and maybe some smoking and some festival, and you could plan events there. So not only is the inside accessible enough, not only is the patio super accessible, and like you said, with no bugs because they've screened it in, that's fantastic. You get the feeling of being outside without being swarmed by bugs and having to worry about the precipitation and the weather. But they also have a big flat yard that I could have gotten through, and that if you need to be out there in a wheelchair, you can still easily get around. So I'm going to say that this is a 5 star accessibility situation.
I will give it a 4 star for one reason. The
Go ahead.
bathrooms were not
Okay.
you would not have been able to go in and utilize the restroom,
Perfect.
kind of like when we encountered the issue I don't remember where we were, but there wasn't like a family at the zoo. Like we couldn't
Mhm.
find like a regular just like family restroom or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like the handicapped restroom was just a regular restroom with a bigger stall. Well, there was like no
And
family restroom. You
you
would
know
not
what?
have been able to get into there
Mhm.
if you needed to use the facilities, and the restroom in itself was just kind of just a smaller, just it was kind of like it wasn't. I'd compare it to like hotel ish, like before it was remodeled,
Old
but
okay, old hotel.
older, not as much space. It was still clean and like you could have gone in, but it just would have been difficult for you to maneuver around in there and stuff like that. So I would have knocked it for that. And then also because the way that the bar is set up and they have like the games and stuff on that one side, it would have
Yeah.
been difficult for you to just move to the bathroom in itself because they were on the other side of the bar.
You know what?
Um,
That's hard. We're walking it back then. It is a 4 because this isn't something that can be objective. You saw the things that I didn't get to see. So I was ready to go 5, but now that you said that, you're right. You can't earn a perfect 5 for having tight maneuverability around a high bar and not having a bathroom. So I would give it a 4.
however, yes, 4 star. But I think the fact that the front of the restaurant with its inclined ramp entrance in, that with a gradient that's not gonna make you fearful for your life if you have to go down it,
Yep,
like
not like
uh
Willie's.
like Willie's. And then the fact that they had an even better and more efficient ramp on the other side. So like even if you didn't want to come in that barway or if it was super, super packed, like on an evening dinner rush or something like that, you could go over to the patio where you had a little bit more wiggle room.
Hmm.
I think really brings it up and balances out that aspect. I'm not saying you couldn't use the restroom, it just would have been more difficult and
Oh yeah.
annoying. And so I think that kind of knocks down the accessibility. Um, and the next kind of category that we go with is the fat guy friendliness. And I think this is 100% fat guy friendly. They didn't have booths, like you said. Booths are the mortal enemy. The bathroom had enough space. I probably wouldn't want to shit there, uh, just because like it just didn't have the vibe of a nice, comfortable pooping experience for a big guy. Um, it was open. There were nice, comfortable chairs. Like you could kind of pick your seating. So like if you know the type of chair that you're comfortable with versus
Hmm.
the type of chair that makes you uncomfortable when you eat or whatever, like the place that we would go to in the evening that day, the chair there wasn't the most comfortable. It wasn't the most. I didn't feel the most safe
Fun
sitting
place.
on it.
We're gonna tear that place apart. It was a fun enough experience. We're gonna tear that place up.
Uh, but I think that this place had maybe not planned, but the variety of the furniture I think lends to its fat guy friendliness.
Mhm.
The menu, wide variety, all very good, fairly reasonably priced. The staff was all nice. They didn't judge us when we said that we're a bunch of fatties going to order the whole goddamn menu. So I think with just a recap, we have a food quality for 4 stars,
Yep.
aesthetics 3.5, customer service 5, accessibility 4, fat guy friendliness 100%. What that
Mhm.
means to me is that this place is officially fat guy certified.
Absolutely. Fat Boy Saloon out in the middle of nowhere, but close enough to everywhere. You are Fat Guy certified, and we thank you.
And we now will not have to take the fat out of your business name and argue and sue
Yeah.
you for it.
That'd
No,
hurt us. That'd hurt me to have to go after him like that. Like, listen, you say you're Fat Boy Saloon, but you ain't Fat Boy certified. You ain't Fat Guy certified. That's messed up. But they are. Can't wait to send them a little gift basket. Give them the little certificate. I'll get those printed and make sure I still have them all on my computer if you need them.
I've got everything. So we'll work on
Yeah.
printing it out, shipping it out, sending some stickers, a little window decal.
I can even hand deliver it if you need me to, because I would love to go back and get one of their saying. I saw they have a patty melt. I can't believe that missed. I would have got the
Ah,
patty melt instead of the
I
burger.
love a good patty melt. For a guy that hates rye bread as much as I do, for some
Mhm,
reason, I will try a patty melt anywhere. I don't know. It's just that like crispy garlic, like crispy golden fried onions. I just love
mhm,
it. I mean, I
mhm.
will choose a different bread if I can, but patty melt is a good Sammy.
Congratulations, Fat Boy Saloon.
Congratulations, Fat Boy Saloon. We'll make sure that we inform you, tag, and let everybody know that you are officially Fat Guy certified. You are the first business to be Fat Guy certified in the year 2021. Um,
Yes, they are.
um, and I think that's a pretty big deal. Uh, it honestly was a fantastic experience. I don't know. I grew up in a vibe where like my last name's Davidson. My dad uh,
Mhm.
rode motorcycles all his life. I don't know. I don't have any factual, concrete evidence of that. Uh, you
Just
know,
tells you the
it
stories.
just tells me the stories that could be your any run of the mill Sons of Anarchy plotline.
Yeah.
Um, uh, but I grew up in that culture. All my uncles and stuff, like I grew up going on bike runs and stuff with my uncles and all that jazz. So this vibe spoke to me. This was something that I'm familiar with. I absolutely loved it and would go back again. Um, it was just their wings were great. I love a good wing, and I would go back again to try those, to just try all the different flavors and experience it again. It was good stuff.
Loved it.
So, um, with that being said, I'm gonna post these pictures on social media. I'll give our review of the place now that we've done the official on camera review. We'll tag everything and we'll send it their way. Let them know. And I think next week we're going to review what's it called?
The
Um,
rooftop,
the rooftop bar.
the Pearson.
Um,
We'll get it's a mouthful. We'll find it. We'll post the official one. But there's a
yeah, it's
new
like
hot club, like a new young person, cool hip place to eat on the Bayfront in Erie. And we went and checked it out with the Stefanelli clan, and we got a lot to say about it.
it is called Pier 6. And here's a little teaser.
Oh boy.
We'll do a full menu breakdown, full review of the God, that place.
It was
It's
fun.
gonna be
I had a
fun.
lot of fun.
It's gonna be fun. I'm so
Yeah.
glad we got to do it with Gabtron and her family, because I think that added to the funness quite a bit.
It did. It did.
Yeah. I can't wait to talk about the first experience I've ever had where I felt like I was gonna fall through a floor. But
Yeah.
we'll get to that. Um, so make sure that you hang out and join us next week as we review another restaurant. I'm so excited that we were able to do this backlog and spend some time together
Mhm.
and review some places. Um, we've got a couple more reviews to go. I think Pier 6, Lucky Louie's. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of a stockpile coming your way. We're pretty excited about it. Thanks for tuning in. Um, I appreciate you all as always. We'll make sure that we get this up on the Spotify by the end of the week. Um, we're good to go. Any last parting words, good sir?
Not really. Oh wait, I think I do have one.